Atlantic Broadband Cable, in cooperation with the South Union Township Supervisors, presents the South Union Township Sports Network. Today via tape delay from West Mifflin High School, the Laurel Highlands Mustangs take on the Franklin Regional Panthers in the WPIAL 5A semifinal round playoff game. Hi, everybody. I'm Brian Morozak with Tony Hanola and Jerry Dupay, and welcome you aboard for today's WPIAL High School Baseball Playoff game. South Union Township Sports Network coverage is brought to you as a joint cooperative venture featuring Township Supervisors Bob Schiffbauer, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott, Atlantic Broadband Cable, Armstrong Cable, and our friends at CUTV, including Gary Smith. Again, I'm Brian Morozak with Tony Hanola and Jerry Dupay. We'll be back with the lineups for both teams after these messages.
Good luck to the Mustangs from the South Union Township Supervisors, Rick Vernon, Jason Scott, and Robert Schiffbauer.
The key to success in life is teamwork. On and off the field, in the workplace, in the home, in our schools. Teamwork gets it done. The world of competitive sports offers many good things, the most important of which is teamwork. Individual talent may win a few games, but teamwork wins championships. Go team! Go Laurel Highlands Mustangs! This positive message has been brought to you and paid for by Jason Scott.
And we rejoin you now on the South Union Township Sports Network as well. And Tony has your Laurel Highlands batting order.
All right, leading off for the Mustangs today is second baseman Santino Mara. Batting second, left fielder Greg Hench. Batting third, Andino Vecchiola playing first base. Batting fourth is DH Garrett Myers. Batting fifth, center fielder Alex Gesk. Batting sixth, the starting pitcher Justin Brstensky. Batting seventh at third base today will be Nate Zimkowski. Batting eighth, right fielder Tyler Becker. Batting ninth will be catcher Caleb Scott. And Myers will be DHing for shortstop Michael Brstensky here today.
And defensively for Franklin Regional of Zach Seaman out in left, Tommy Kegeris in center, and Andrew Morocco in right. Louis Kegeris playing third, Jake Williams playing short, Shane Sorelli playing second, and Timmy Quinn playing first. Michael Klingensmith on the mound for the Franklin Regional Panthers, and Bryce Harper catching, and that's your defense for Franklin Regional. We set the batting lineup for Laurel Highlands, and we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. Laurel Highlands of Franklin Regional here on WMBS, the Triple Live High School Sports Network, and the South Union Township Sports Network. Brian Morozak and Tony Hanola back here at West Mifflin High School, a couple minutes away from the first pitch here this afternoon. The Laurel Highlands Mustangs in their first WPIAL semifinal since 1983. First time for Franklin Regional in the semifinal round since 2001 when they won a WPIAL championship. And plenty of surprises yesterday, Tony, around the WPIAL. And I think one of the major surprises was Mars's win over West Allegheny. West Allegheny, the number one seed, entered the tournament off of a long bye, and Mars pulling the upset as the number 8 seed, 4-3 in 11 innings.
I would agree, and I'll tell you what, Brian, it was extremely surprising. We thought that West Allegheny was going to kind of steamroll through this tournament and possibly win the WPIAL championship. But, it's one of those things, too. When you get those bye weeks, you just don't know how the teams are going to come out and react. West Allegheny was down 3-0, able to come back and tie the game up, extended a little bit longer into the 11th, but just couldn't pull out a victory, and it was quite a surprise. And another surprise, too, yesterday was the Mustangs. The Mustangs came out hitting well. Hampton had a pretty good squad, 3 Division I players, but Mustangs came out ready to play and pulled off a big upset yesterday as well.
Laurel Highlands put up 4 runs in the top of the first inning, really set the tone in that quarterfinal round game at the Burkett Complex against the 3rd seed Hampton. Shaler, the number 5 seed, down 4th seeded Gateway 2-1. In fact, 3 of the 4 teams that had byes in the first round lost yesterday in 5A.
Yeah, that's interesting. And you wonder, like I said, if a team has any type of momentum at all and they have that bye week, missing out on the live pitching and playing every day, it probably a little bit different. Tough to make an adjustment, and obviously you can see the difference yesterday.
Even the Panthers had a close game against last year's 4A champs in South Fayette, squeaking by South Fayette for a 6-5 win.
Right, and they almost blew a 5-0 lead as well. And late in the game, they were lucky to come back with a couple defensive plays that carried them and a couple big hits. But, yeah, they were on the ropes yesterday, too.
And pitching certainly has been the strength of this Franklin Regional team. We thought we might see Palmer Jackson almost no-hit the Mustangs a season ago, but it's going to be Michael Klingensmith on the hill for Franklin Regional. Again, Justin Brostensky starting for Laurel Highlands. We're back with the first pitch right after this on WMBS, the Triple Live High School Sports Network, and the South Union Township Sports Network. Brian Rozak and Tony Hinola back here at West Mifflin High School. Finally just about set to go. The Laurel Highlands Mustangs and the Franklin Regional Panthers. The Panthers in their home Vegas Golds, blue numbers, a little bit of white trim with white pants. Laurel Highlands, their away blues with red numbers, white trim, and gray pants. This game and the broadcast rights to this game are the sole and exclusive property of the WPIAL, WMBS, the South Union Township Sports Network, and the Triple Live High School Sports Network. Any broadcast of this game is intended exclusively for the benefit of the listening audience, and any use, rebroadcast, or distribution of this broadcast without the express written consent of the WPIAL, WMBS, the South Union Township Sports Network, and the Triple Live High School Sports Network is strictly prohibited. We mentioned the Laurel Highlands Mustangs enter this game 13-6 overall. The Mustangs finished in a second-place tie with Montour in Section 3 and 5A. Franklin Regional, they're 17-1 overall, and they were the Section 1 5A champs. You mentioned, so they have not lost a game since April Fool's Day.
That's exactly right, and they lost it to a 6A team in Plum, only lost by 1 run. So they're kind of on a hot streak, and they've been playing great baseball as well.
Let's take a look at their pitcher, Michael Klingensmith, here today. Enters the game with a 4-0 record, 1.65 ERA. This is his 8th appearance, 7th start. Has worked 28 2/3 innings, given up 16 hits, 8 runs, 4 of them earned, struck out 26, and walked only 2 so far this season. So impressive numbers for Klingensmith. This is a Franklin Regional team that has, in essence, 3 number 1 starters.
Exactly, and a team ERA of 192 overall, and as you mentioned, Klingensmith with a 165 ERA, not even the best on the team. He's actually the 3rd best ERA numbers on the whole squad. So
now Santino Mara will step in here for Laurel Highlands. Mara batting .398 with 9 RBIs. Junior second baseman for the Laurel Highlands Mustangs. Mara 1 for 4 yesterday against Hampton. First pitch here from Michael Klingensmith. A fastball misses on the inside for ball 1. We mentioned Laurel Highlands used the hot start yesterday against Hampton, getting 4 runs in the top of the first inning as Mara takes the 1-0 pitch high for ball 2. I think a fast start here in the top of the first, important against a Franklin Regional team that's probably not going to yield too many runs. And here's Mara, fly ball out to right. Andrew Morocco getting under it. He'll make the grab for the first out of this top half of the first inning.
Right, and Franklin Regional overall, I mean, the numbers that we had, we're not so sure that they're up to date and accurate, but the numbers that we saw, they only committed 10 errors so far this year. Good fielding team, and especially on this turf, I'm sure they're going to do a fine job.
Yeah,
not too many bad hops here.
Fundamentally sound. You'd expect that out of a 17-1 team that's seeded number 2 in this 5A playoff field as Greg Hench takes the first pitch from Klingensmith for strike 1. And boy, has Hench been hot. Was 2 for 4 yesterday with 2 RBIs against Hampton. And the 0-1 catches the outside corner for a strike. And just like that, Hench behind 0-2. Greg now a .482 average with 7 RBIs on the season. Klingensmith working quickly. Misses on the 0-2 outside. Count moves to 1-2.
He is working quickly. He's not taking much time at all between pitches here, Brian.
And not messing around at all. Now he'll wind and fire the 1-2 here to Greg Hench. Swing and a miss, strike 3. First strikeout of the game for Klingensmith. That's his 27th strikeout of the year, and 2 up, 2 down here for the Mustangs in the top half of the first inning, which is being brought to you by the Republic Food Enterprise Center and the Fayette County Community Action Agency. Now Dino Vecchiola batting from the left side. Picked up the win for the Mustangs on the mound yesterday, and both Vecchiola and Myers ineligible to pitch today since they went over their respective pitch totals, allowing them to come back the next day. And Vecchiola pops this one up, routine again from Morocco out in right. So 1-2-3, top half of the first inning. Went to the bottom of the first, scoreless. Laurel Highlands and Franklin Regional from West Mifflin High School here on the Radcliffe Law Firm High School Sports Day.
Middle of the first inning, Panthers 0, Mustangs 0. No runs or no hits. No man left on base.
Moving to the bottom of the first inning here at West Mifflin, Franklin Regional coming to bat. Let's set their lineup. Leading off, the pitcher Michael Klingensmith, batting second and playing shortstop Jake Williams, batting third in center field Tommy Kegeris. Louis Kegeris in the cleanup spot playing third base. Bryce Harper, the catcher, batting fifth. Andrew Morocco in right field batting sixth. Zach Seaman in left field batting seventh. Thomas Nicely, the freshman DH, batting eighth. And Shane Shirelli batting ninth and playing second base. How about the Mustangs defensively, Tom?
All right, for the Mustangs, left field is Greg Hench. Center field, Alex Gesk. Right field, Tyler Becker. Around the horn, Nate Simkoski at third. Michael Brstensky at short. Santino Mara at second. And Dino Vecchiola at first. The battery today, Caleb Scott behind the plate. Starting pitcher, Justin Brstensky.
Brstensky enters the game with a 2-2 record, his 8th appearance, 5th start of the season, 2.88 ERA. Has worked 17 innings, given up 13 hits, 15 runs, only 7 of them earned. Struck out 24, walked 15. And the first pitch misses here to Michael Klingensmith. The senior is batting .469 with 4 RBIs and has scored a team-leading 28 runs so far this season. 1-0 from Brstensky, misses high, counting out 2-0 here to Michael Klingensmith.
And Klingensmith committed to Wooster College.
Correct.
The senior headed there after his career at Franklin Regional ends.
Now the 2-0, Brostensky to Klingensmith. Fastball misses low and inside. Now 3-0. When you mention in between innings, really crucial for Brostensky to get out of this first inning, maybe shake out some of the nerves. I think he'll be all right out there.
Yeah, and I do too. He's once he gets through the first inning, he seems to settle down. Always a little nervous early on here, and especially today when you realize how much is at stake here for the Mustangs.
They're playing in a 5A semifinal round game. Did find the strike zone on the 3-0, so now 3-1. Here to Michael Klingensmith. Of course, Brostensky, if you're not familiar, another lefty, and now the 3-1 grounded. Nice diving stop there from Mara. Throw over to first, not in time. Just a well-positioned hit there from Klingensmith. It was a tough play for Mara, working off to his right. Did a good job to keep it in the infield, but Klingensmith with his speed, no problem beating it out over at first.
Not at all, and Santino made a nice diving stop, but that ball was almost up the middle. It would have been an extremely tough play for anybody to make. But Santino stopped the ball. Good try, but Klingensmith aboard with the first hit of the game.
Now Jake Williams coming to the plate. Williams has committed to play college ball at Yale next year, and he'll take the first pitch here for strike one. Enters this game with a .411 average and 8 RBIs, starting shortstop for the Franklin Regional Panthers.
And they've got a couple guys going to play. As we mentioned, Wooster for Klingensmith, Yale for Williams.
Now the 0-1, this ball chopped here to Zimkowski at third. Had a little trouble with it. Throw over to first in time. It was close. So it goes 5-3, and Zimkowski back playing third base today. He's had some arm issues as of late, Tone.
Yeah, he's had some arm issues. He's able to get that ball over there, but just the bobble right there almost allowed Williams to beat the throw.
So Williams retired 5-3. Klingensmith advancing down to second, and now Tommy Kegeris coming to the plate with some gaudy numbers, batting .585, 2 home runs, 16 RBIs. He's headed to Mesa Junior College next year. Senior center fielder for the Franklin Regional Panthers. First pitch on the way. This one chopped right back to Brostensky. Looks Klingensmith back to the bag, throws it over to first. Retire Kegeris to Dino Vecchiola. So it goes in the books 1-3. And after Klingensmith reaching on an infield single, the Mustangs retiring Williams and Tommy Kegeris. And now Tommy's younger brother, Louie, will come to the plate. And Louie, like his brother Tommy, really hot at the plate. .480 average, 18 RBIs, starting third baseman today for the Panthers.
Had 2 RBIs yesterday in their big win against South Fayette. Had a double and a sacrifice fly. His brother Tommy had a RBI triple yesterday as well.
You mentioned even though the final result was 6-5, hits were hard to come by in that game.
They were out hit 9-5. South Fayette actually did their job, but Franklin Regional was able to benefit off some errors by South Fayette to score their runs.
First pitch a little low there to Louie Kegeris, and there is some room here behind home plate. Put a little more pressure on both Caleb Scott and Bryce Harper today. Now the 1-0, Brostensky to Kegeris, misses outside. Another nice block there from Caleb. And Caleb really got hot at the plate yesterday for the Mustangs. Then a little bit of a slump, but went 3 for 3 against Hampton.
Yeah, and that was big. 3 for 3 and had some key hits in some key situations, too.
He was batting for the number 9 position in the order. Now time was called before the 2-0 pitch.
He called a balk.
Yes, and we saw that called on Dino yesterday.
Yeah, he said that he didn't come set whenever he was coming from the stretch.
Wow.
It was pretty quick. I don't know, but I'm not so sure he did come set. But obviously the home plate umpire is going to put Klingensmith on third base now on the balk.
It's funny, we had not seen a balk, I don't think, called all year, and now you see it in back-to-back games, both against Mustang pitchers. The count remains 2-0. That pitch, a nice breaker, and therefore a strike from Brostensky to Louie Kegeris. Now a 2-1 count with Klingensmith now down at third. 2 outs in a scoreless game as we work here in the bottom of the first inning.
And Brostensky trying to paint the outside corner of the plate.
2-1, fastball chopped here on the right side. Mara's there. Throw over to first to Vecchiola for the third out of the inning. So no damage done. After 1, we're scoreless. Franklin Regional, Laurel Highlands here on the Ratcliffe Law Firm High School Sports Day.
At the end of 1, Panthers 0, Mustangs 0. No runs on 1 hit, 1 man left on base. Coach USA, when your group needs to travel.
Garrett Myers, Alex Gesk, and Justin Brostensky duel for Laurel Highlands here in the top half of the second inning. Laurel Highlands and Franklin Regional scoreless, just one hit for the Panthers so far in this game.
Well, and Garrett coming up, pick up that huge save yesterday in the big win against Hampton.
This top of the second inning, brought to you by Fayette County Commissioner Vince Facilities, at work building Fayette County's future. And Garrett Myers now will come to the plate. Junior DH today, batting .299 with 7 RBIs. Myers yesterday 1 for 3 with an RBI against Hampton.
25.
And as we said, he's DHing for Michael Brostensky, the shortstop today.
Now Klingensmith set. First pitch on the way here to Garrett Myers. This is outside for ball 1. Franklin Regional played on this field yesterday against South Fayette in the quarterfinal round. Klingensmith's 1-0. Nice little breaker, but it's ruled ball 2. They missed there by much.
No, not at all. Actually thought it was a strike. Be interesting to see where this one is.
Now the 2-0 on the way, right down the pipe, and it's popped up here by Myers into center field. Tommy Kegger is getting under it, and he'll make the grab for the first out of the inning. And this park rather small as far as dimensions are concerned. 305 down the left field line, 345 to the alley and left, 370 to straightaway center field, 345 to the alley and right, and 320 to right field.
Yes. Number 10.
It's unusual that you normally see the left field line a little bit deeper than the right field line, but not in the case here.
First pitch now to Alex Gesk. Misses high for ball 1. Alex batting .252 with 8 RBIs, senior center fielder for Laurel Highlands today. Now the 1-0 in there for a strike to even things up at 1-1. I was talking to the Mustangs pitching coach Joe LaPresta before the game. He said, I'd like to see a little bigger park for my pitchers, but I guess it's the same on both sides.
Well, the key to that is you keep the ball down. They're not going to hit too many fly balls anyway, so that's the key for Brostensky today. Try to keep all his pitches down against this pretty good hitting Franklin Regional team.
I think the Mustangs yielded a home run against Mars here a season ago, and that ball actually clipped Gesk, but he was attempting to swing at it. It's actually kind of fouled it off of himself.
Yeah, it looks like he fouled it off his ankle right there.
It was the count now to 1-2.
That's the first pitch that Klingensmith's actually thrown inside. You can tell by early on here, Brian, he likes to work the outside corner on most batters. Guess being a lefty, that ball came inside on him, and Guess tried to protect, but fouled it off his ankle.
For you California baseball fans, we'll keep you up to date on California and Quigley throughout the course of the day. Another local team in action this afternoon. 1-2 there, missing to Alex Gesk. Count now moves to 2-2. And the good thing for both Laurel Highlands and Franklin Regional here today in California as well. All 3 teams guaranteed at least one more game after today. Winner advances to the WPIAL championship games at Wild Things Field. Loser gets a PIAA play-in game, and Alex Gesk offers there at the 2-2. Swings and misses. Second strikeout of the game for Klingensmith. That's his 28th strikeout of the season, and 2 up, 2 down here in the top half of the second.
Pitcher number 4, Justin Brostensky.
Now Justin Brostensky coming to the plate. Junior pitcher for the Mustangs today, batting .408 with 6 RBIs.
And he of the game-saving catches yesterday in center field for the Mustangs.
They did a nice job in the outfield for the Mustangs yesterday at the Burkett Complex in Robinson Township. Brostensky fouling off the first pitch here down the third base line, counted 0-1. I mentioned he's done a nice job at the plate this season as well with that average above 400, and pushes one here on the right side. Play made by the first baseman. Will flip over to Klingensmith covering the bag. That's Quinn to Klingensmith to retire Brostensky. So the Mustangs retired in order again here in the top half of the second. We'll go to the bottom of the second, scoreless between Laurel Highlands and Franklin Regional here on the Radcliffe Law Firm High School Sports Day.
No runs or no hits. No man left on base. First.
Back here at West Mifflin High School, Brian Morozak alongside Tony Hanola and Jerry Dupé. Scoreless between Franklin Regional and Laurel Highlands in the other 5A semifinal round game. Shaler leading Mars 4-0. After 1 inning of play, surprise there, Tony, to see Shaler jumping on Mars early on.
Surprise, but the same type of deal, Brian. When you look at the pitch count in the high school game, you figure with Mars playing 11 innings yesterday, you wonder what kind of pitching they had left today. Obviously not their top pitchers, but Shaler jumping out to a quick lead. They had a nice 2-1 win yesterday against Gateway.
That's one advantage Franklin Regional has at this point of the tournament with 3 number 1 pitchers. Plenty of depth there. The Panthers did yield 5 runs, though, to South Fayette yesterday, winning here at West Mifflin by a score of 6-5. Again, it's Harper, Morocco, and Seaman here in the bottom half of the second for Franklin Regional. First pitch from Justin Brostensky, misses high there to Bryce Harper, the junior catcher, enters with a .410 average, a homer and 12 RBIs.
And Andrew Morocco, the on-deck batter, was the winning pitcher in yesterday's game. He threw 101 pitches. The sophomore picked up the win.
And the 1-0 here to Harper, misses again from Brostensky. This bottom of the second brought to you by Davis & Davis, attorneys at law, helping local people with their legal matters since 1976. Now Brostensky's 2-0 here to Bryce Harper. Fastball right down the pipe, swing and a miss there from Harper. Count moves to 2-1. Franklin Regional just 1 hit. That was an infield single for Michael Klingensmith in the bottom half of the first inning. That's been our only hit on either side so far in this game. Now the 2-1 on the way. Another swing and a miss. Big cut there from Harper. Count now moves to 2-2. I'm sure Brostensky really relishing this opportunity. We mentioned the first 5A semifinal round playoff game for Laurel Highlands since 1983. These opportunities don't come around too often. Now the 2-2 on the way, and Harper pops this one up on the right side. Dino Vecchiola in foul territory and able to make the catch.
That was a great try. Almost an impossible play. I don't know how he even got a glove on that.
It was actually going off to his right, backwards, while looking at the ball down the first base line. Got the glove on it, but couldn't corral it in. And we saw the right side yesterday. I know you weren't with us, Tone, over at the Burkett Complex. The Mustangs trio in right field, center field, and Merritt second base had a few communication issues. Really wasn't the case there. That would have been a tough play for anyone out there in foul territory on the right side.
Yeah, that was kind of in no man's land right there. The right fielder could not get to it. Neither could second baseman Santino Mara. Becker gave it a good effort, but Vecchiola, the only one really to even get a glove on it, just perfectly placed there for Harper.
Count does move to 2-2 now to Harper. And the pitch on the way from Brostensky, grounded here to Zimkowski at third. A little bobble and no play there for Zimkowski. We mentioned he hasn't seen too much field action as of late. That's one he should have had, and the Mustangs had some issues yesterday with Kumar over a third as well. That goes E5.
Yeah, you just wonder if Nate, a little bit of rust since he hasn't seen the field, but kind of looked a little anxious there, just got a little ahead of himself, tried to throw the ball before it got in his glove.
Didn't really look comfortable on Williams' ground ball to him back in the first inning either. He was still able to retire Williams 5-3.
And then they're going to see a courtesy runner here for Franklin Regional. Number 16, we'll track this down. Number 16 is nobody we have.
This one popped up here on the left side. And 16 is Jordan Suvak. Was on the second roster card.
Okay, he gave us that's the handwritten one.
16, first base number 16.
So it's Jordan Suvak. We got the roster extremely late from Franklin Regional. Gave us the roster about 10 minutes before the start of the game. In fact, when we signed out of the air for our first pregame segment, didn't even have the roster as of yet. So we were kind of scrambling a little bit. Count now 0-1 after Morocco sent the first pitch foul, and that one on the inside, even things up at 1-1.
Yeah, Coach Sadler, he was treating that like the Mueller report. You couldn't get a lineup no matter what from him.
Morocco, 450 average, homer and 14 RBIs, starting right fielder for Franklin Regional today. Panthers with a runner on. Now they'll throw over to first. Head first, slide back safely there from the courtesy runner, Suvak.
Suvak was leaning a little bit. He was lucky to get back. I think if that throw wasn't high by Brostensky, that play would have been pretty close right there.
Suvak's dad, Ron, actually the principal at Franklin Regional High School. Now the 1-1 on the way inside, and that one hits Morocco. So now 2 on and nobody out for Franklin Regional here in the bottom half of the second inning.
And Morocco had a 2-run homer yesterday. It's a winning pitcher and a hitting star as well.
Now we had, Tony, in the lineup that I have here, Zach Seaman.
Designated hitter number 32, Thomas Nicely.
And they have Thomas, oh no, unless they're going to have Nicely hitting here for Seaman.
Okay,
they had Well, the roster we had, they had Seaman nicely hitting for Timmy Quinn. So we'll have to adjust our lineup here. That's not what the roster says that he handed me. So
you wonder if it's a carbon copy. If he wrote it down one,
wrote it down, wrong one way.
Who did he give it to?
Yep.
Did he give it to the umpire?
This should be the official lineup card, you would think.
Yeah.
Now the 0-1 here, shot back to Brostensky. He's going to go for the lead runner at third, and out at third is the courtesy runner Suvak for Bryce Harper. So goes there as a fielder's choice, 1-5, retiring nicely. So I would think that would then bring up Timmy Quinn, and it does.
First baseman number 23, Timothy Quinn.
So this just destroys our lineup card here. This is what happens when a coach gives you a lineup 10 minutes before the start of the game. I'd like to see the WPIAL institute a rule where the lineups have to be turned in a half an hour before the start of the game, then you won't have issues like this.
Yep, I would agree.
So Timmy Quinn, who's playing first base, now batting next for Franklin Regional. First pitch missed there from Brostensky. Now 2 on with 1 out. That pitch in there for a strike to even things up at 1-1.
Yeah, we're just going to. I'm just going to cross out Seaman's name.
Correct.
And we're going to have to add somebody somewhere. So.
And you'll have Shane Shirelli batting next. And you wonder if the home plate umpire interpreted this lineup the same way we did.
I would be interested to see what Laurel Highlands has in their book.
I agree.
They had to give them the same lineup, right?
And the folks up here keeping the scoreboard and the stats were actually given a handwritten lineup. It was not the same lineup that we were given. Count out 2-1 here to Timmy Quinn.
They treat the broadcasters bad. Come on.
According to the stats we have, too, Quinn with limited plate appearances so far this season. A 2-1 on the way. Runner going. Throw down to third. It's close. And safe at third is Andrew Morocco. Also, the Panthers keeping nicely over at first. Not running at the same time there.
Well, that's kind of a good thing for the Mustangs. Sets up a double play.
Count out 3-1. Brostensky to Quinn.
Wouldn't be surprised, though, to see Nicely try to take off here. Franklin Regional, the numbers we saw, didn't steal a whole lot of bases per team, only like 13 or 14 for the whole year.
Nice inside pitch there from Brostensky. Swing and a miss from Quinn. Count now moves full to 3-2. Brostensky's looking for his first strikeout of the afternoon. Came in with 24 strikeouts to 15 walks so far this season.
And this would be a huge strikeout for him in this position here.
Now the payoff pitch on the way, swing and a miss, strike 3. Some clutch pitching there from Justin Brostensky. Sending down Timmy Quinn. That'll bring up Shane Shirelli, senior second baseman.
Second baseman number 15, Shane Shirelli.
Enters the game with just a 200 average and 2 RBIs. Now we'll throw over to first. Don't be surprised here, Tony, if you might see a double steal in effect.
I would not be surprised, but I'm sure the Mustangs are aware.
First pitch here to Shirelli. Just missed off the plate, 1-0. Not a bad pitch.
No, he didn't miss by much there at all.
Brostensky threw 12 pitches in the first inning. On the other side, Klingensmith is throwing 18 after 2. Now the 1-0 pitch on the way, and that went in there for a strike.
That was the same spot.
Evens up the count at 1-1.
I mean, we have a perfect vantage. We're sitting right behind home plate. This is a beautiful place, by the way.
Yeah, nice complex here for high school baseball playoff action, and you're right on top of the action as well. Now the 1-1 on the way. The pitch misses low and outside. Now 2-1 to Shane Shirelli.
That was a nice
Justin
stop.
Brostensky.
Yeah, that was a nice stop there by Caleb Scott. Went out and got it, stayed on his knees, and trapped that ball with his glove. Good job. Because if not, Franklin Regional would be leading 1-0.
Now the 2-1 on the way. This one nub foul there from Shirelli. Now the count even at 2-2. Mentioned the other semifinal going on between Shaler and Mars. Mars trailing Shaler 4-0 in the second inning. Now Brostensky stepping off. All of the WPIAL championship games will be at Wild Things Field. And we're expecting the consolation games to be played again this year, Washington and Jefferson. So basically in the same vicinity, both complexes separated by less than half a mile.
Well, according to the PA announcer here, he said the winner of this game will play Wednesday.
Okay. Well, that was the case last year as well. 5A games are played on Wednesday.
Right.
2-2 on the way, just off the plate. Count moves full to 3-2. We're expecting, if California is able to advance down, they will play next week on Tuesday.
Right.
3-2 on the way. This ball popped up here on the right side.
Should be out of play.
We'll go over the fence and out of play.
Yeah, just fouled it right off.
So 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
Brstensky trying to work out of a little bit of a jam here.
Runners on first and third. And Shirelli at the plate. Game still scoreless. Now the payoff pitch is low for ball 4. That'll load up the bases.
Woo. That pitch did not miss by much either. Actually thought he had a strikeout, was going to get out of the inning.
That brings us to the top of the order here, and Mike Klingensmith. Apologize to you folks on the radio side. Temporarily lost the feed. Have it back now. Didn't miss much aside from the walk there to Shane Shirelli to load up the bases. And on the top of the order, Michael Klingensmith. 2 outs as we work here in the bottom of the second. The pitch there to Klingensmith from Brstensky misses low for ball 1.
This might be a nice time for Caleb Scott to go out and just chat a little bit with with Justin. Kind of settling down a little bit. I think he wanted that call against Shirelli.
Now the 1-0. Fastball gets away from Scott. Look out. Goes into the fence, and that'll score a run here for Franklin Regional. A wild pitch there for Brstensky. And scoring the run for the Panthers was Morocco.
Yeah, I would coach send him out. Just try to settle him down a little bit. He's just trying a little too hard right now.
That's been the one knock on Justin. Does have the tendency from time to time to be a little wild out there. Now the 2-0 misses high. The other runners advanced as well on the play, with Nicely getting down to third, and now Shane Shirelli into second.
Right.
Now a 3-0 count here to Michael Klingensmith. Pitch on the way. Fastball misses low and inside, so it's a 4-pitch walk. And you might want to make a visit here to the mound.
I think
you're Scott DeBerry and the Laurel Highlands Mustangs. Maybe try to settle down Justin Brstensky.
Yeah, Coach LaPresse is going to come out and chat to him a little bit. Just try to settle him down. He almost out of that inning. Just got a pretty close call that didn't go his way. Could have went either way. As it turned out, extended the inning.
Inning started with Bryce Harper getting on a Nate Zimkoski error. Andrew Morocco hit by a pitch. And Thomas Nicely grounded into a fielder's choice. Timmy Quinn struck out swinging. Shane Shirelli with a walk, and Michael Klingensmith with a walk. So back-to-back walks issued here by Justin Brstensky.
And when the Mustangs, too, I don't want to say their pitching's depleted, but you're definitely without Andino Vecchiola today and Garrett Myers.
Those two have been the Mustangs' top 2 pitchers, and of course they wanted to make sure they were able to get the win yesterday before they worried about the game today.
Well, I think that's what's happened to a few of these teams that got upset. You know, they tried to start not their number 1 starter, but, you know, maybe their 2 or 3 to try to get by, thinking they'd win in the first round, and it didn't pan out that way.
First pitch to Jake Williams in there for a strike. Williams grounded out 5-3 back in the first inning. Senior shortstop. We mentioned he's playing college ball at Yale next year, so heady kid as well. 0-1 pitch misses high, evens up the count at 1-1.
Yeah, Williams grounded out to third base last time up.
Now the 1-1 just caught the outside corner for a strike. That was close.
That was close.
I actually thought that pitch was outside of the pitch that was ruled ball 4 earlier to Shirelli. Now 1-2 here to Williams. Pitch on the way, and this ball nubbed to Zimkoski at third. Throw over to first in time. You can tell Zimkoski's arm not there, but did get it over to Vecchiola in time to record the out. So minimal damage done. Just one run scored from Franklin Regional here in the bottom of the second inning. After two, it's Franklin Regional 1, Laurel Highlands nothing here on the Ratcliffe Law Firm High School Sports Day on WMBS, the Triple Live High School Sports Network, and the South Union Township Sports Network.
At the end of two, Franklin Regional Panthers 1, Laurel Highlands Mustangs 0.
Laurel Highlands with Nate Zimkoski, Tyler Becker, and Caleb Scott due up here in the top half of the third inning. And Tony mentioned to me during the break that Franklin Regional scored a run in that last inning without a hit.
That's exactly right. Left three men on base as well. And we mentioned that, too, about their game yesterday. They were out hit 9-5, but able to score a couple runs on errors. And the air started off the inning with a hit batter and a couple walks. And able to score a run. And Brstensky lucky to get out of there to hold the damage to only one. Good job by Justin.
Nate Zimkoski leading off this top half of the third here for the Mustangs. Was red hot yesterday. First pitch in there for a strike to Nate. Now batting .298 with 19 RBIs. Was 2 for 4 against Hampton with 4 RBIs as the Mustangs DH yesterday. 0-1 now on the way to Nate. Misses high and outside. Evens up the count at 1-1.
Yeah, and drove in a couple runs at a key time just to extend the lead for the Mustangs, give them a little cushion. Build up some momentum for them yesterday in that big win.
Our Highlands winning 8-5 yesterday. 1-1 pitch misses low. Now 2-1 to Nate Zimkoski. And we mentioned Klingensmith enters this top half of the third inning, throwing just 18 pitches so far in this game.
18 pitches, and you said only walked 2 batters this whole time this year.
This ball hit high in the air to right. Should be routine here for Morocco. Get under it, make the grab for the first out of the inning. It's the third ball hitting his direction so far in this game. The Mustangs still have been retired in order here by Michael Klingensmith.
Right, looking for their first hit.
17.
Now Tyler Becker in the lineup for Laurel Highlands today. Has not been in the Mustangs starting 9 as of late. Junior right fielder batting .312 with 9 RBIs. Batting here from the left side. And as the Mustangs try to get something going here in the top half of the third in this WPIAL 5A semifinal round game, trailing 1-0. First pitch to Becker, misses for ball 1.
And that pitch was pretty close, too. Again, Klingensmith trying to work the outside corner. Becker hitting from the left side.
Now the 1-0 on the way. Ground ball there from Becker. Nice stab from Timmy Quinn. He'll step on the first base bag to retire Becker, 3 unassisted for the second out of this top half of the third inning. This top half of the third being brought actually by Peachin's Pharmacy, located inside the Peachin Superfood Mart. Now Caleb Scott, another Mustang who was red hot yesterday, comes to the plate. Scott has the average now up to 252, was down around 206 before the game yesterday before he went 3 for 3 against Hampton. Now 7 RBIs so far this season, and Scott takes the first pitch outside for ball 1 here against Michael Klingensmith.
Well, and as we said too, Brian, Franklin Regional, good fielding team, but this is almost like their home field here this week, especially playing on this turf. They should be used to it after yesterday.
Mustangs played on natural grass yesterday at the Burkett Complex. 2-0 pitch in there for a strike to Scott, now 2-1. Of course, the Mustangs played on the artificial surface up at Seton Hill. Scott called time. Was it granted?
I don't think it was.
And the pitch missed inside for ball 3. So in a way, it benefited Laurel Highlands.
Oh, well, he hasn't given a count yet, though. It's going to be interesting to see what he does.
Scoreboard says 3-1.
I would say it's 3-1 as well.
Now Bob Sadler's going to come out and say, hey, the batter called time.
He didn't have to give it to him. He didn't give him time. It doesn't matter.
Sure he wouldn't be saying that if the pitch was ruled a strike.
I would think not, no.
Still talking to the home plate umpire back there.
Yeah, I mean, Scott had called that pretty late. That was a good call by the umpire. I wouldn't have given it to him either. Klingensmith was already in his windup.
So it's a 3-1 count here to Caleb Scott, and Scott fouls it off. Count now 4-3-2. Michael Klingensmith to Caleb Scott. If you're just joining us, Franklin Regional, a 1-0 lead over Laurel Highlands. Panthers scoring their lone run on a wild pitch in the bottom of the second inning. On the payoff pitch here to Scott, and Caleb hits it on the ground to second. Shirelli there. Throw over to first in time to Timmy Quinn for the third out of the inning. So the Mustangs have been retired in order so far today. It's 1-0 Franklin Regional over Laurel Highlands, who head to the bottom of the third here in the Radcliffe Law Firm High School Sports Day.
No runs, no hits, no men left on base.
Brian Morozak and Tony Anola back here at West Mifflin High School. The Franklin Regional Panthers leading the Laurel Highlands Mustangs by a score of 1-0 in this 5A semifinal round game. Tommy Kegeris, Louis Kegeris, and Bryce Harper due up here for the Franklin Regional Panthers. And Laurel Highlands' Justin Brostensky on the mound has thrown 43 pitches so far this afternoon, Tony, including 31 in the second inning.
Yeah, after an efficient 12-pitch first inning, 31 in the second. But as we said, an error, a couple walks, hit batter. Justin needs to settle down this inning, get his confidence back. 7
Panthers came to the plate in that second inning, but they managed only 1 run, leaving the bases loaded to end the inning as the first pitch misses there to Tommy Kegeris. We mentioned Kegeris coming into this game with a .585 average, 2 homers and 16 RBIs. Grounded out first time up. 1-0 pitch here from Brostensky, and this is for ball 2. Now 2-0, Brostensky to Kegeris.
Franklin Regional stranded 4 runners so far in this game. Only played 2 innings.
And the last time the Panthers played in a WPIAL semifinal, they won the WPIAL championship back in 2001. Swing and a miss there from Tommy Kegeris. Scott now moves to 2-1. They also have a WPIAL title back in 1997. Bob Sadler in his 9th year as Franklin Regional's head coach. Scott DeBerry in his 6th year as the manager for the Laurel Highlands Mustangs. 2-1 now on the way. Pitch misses low. Count now moves to 3-1. Brostensky to Tommy Kegeris.
And these teams are pretty similar, Brian. They both have had, over the years, great regular seasons, just haven't been able to carry on for a long time in the playoffs, either losing a first or second round.
3-1 pitch on the way, and Kegeris with a chopper again in Zimkoski's direction. Nate with it, throw over to first in time, and you can tell it's a gingerly throw over to first from Nate Zimkoski. Having some arm issues, but getting the job done there, retiring Kegeris 5-3.
Third baseman number 18, Louis Kegeris.
And now Louis Kegeris coming to the plate. Louis grounded out 4-3 to end the first inning. Sophomore came in with a .480 average and 18 RBIs. Starting third baseman for Franklin Regional here today.
Only a sophomore, too, batting cleanup for a pretty loaded Franklin Regional team, so that tells you what kind of talent he has.
First pitch from Brostensky, and this one lined into center field in front of Alex Gesk. So a 1-out single for Louis Kegeris. Only the second hit of the game for the Franklin Regional Panthers, and the first hit outside the infield.
Well, it's okay for me to say he's talented. I didn't want him to show us. I didn't want to see him get on the base there. So
now Bryce Harper coming to the plate. Harper got on via an error first time up. Junior catcher batting .410 with a homer and 12 RBIs. First pitch to Bryce. This one chopped down the third base line, getting past Zimkoski in a left field. Charging in is Greg Hench. And Hench keeping Louis Kegeris to second base. So back-to-back singles from Kegeris, Louis, and Bryce Harper. Have 2 on now with 1 out here in the bottom half of the third, with Franklin Regional already leading Laurel Highlands by a score of 1-0. And by the way, in that other semifinal round game in 5A, Shaler has extended their lead to Mars over Mars now at 5-0 after 2 innings. Shaler 5, Mars nothing after 2. In the other 5A semifinal round game, we have not gotten a score update as of yet on the Cal Quigley game.
Andrew Morocco. 11.
We'll try to check on that for you as well. Now at the plate, Andrew Morocco swings to the first pitch. Hits it high in the air, and the ball just going foul down the right field line.
Morocco just a little bit quick there. He hit a 2-run homer yesterday. Lefty on lefty as well. Yesterday's game against South Fayette. He's trying to duplicate that feat today against the lefty Brstensky.
Certainly another talented Franklin Regional player. Mentioned he scored the Panthers' lone run today off a wild pitch. He was hit by a pitch first time up and came close to getting hit there too on an inside pitch from Justin Brstensky.
And Brstensky trying to work him on the inside. Just a little bit inside.
Count now even at 1-1. Brstensky to Morocco. Next pitch on the way. Hard hit ball at Vecchiola. He's going to go to second for 1. They'll try to go back to first, and they turn it. That goes 3-6-3 to end the inning.
And a great throw by Michael Brstensky. Boy, he showed off a pretty good hose right there. Great throw back to Vecchiola to get that double play. I was kind of surprised. Vecchiola just hesitated there for a minute. Thought he was going to go to first base, but tried to cut down the runner at second. Beautiful play by the Mustangs.
Still 1-0 Franklin Regional over Laurel Highlands after 3 here on the Ratcliffe Law Firm High School Sports Day.
At the end of 3, Panthers 1, Mustangs 0. No runs on 2 hits, 1 man left on base. Right.
Santino Mara at the plate for Laurel Highlands as we come back here in the top half of the 4th inning. And Mara already behind 0-2 here against Michael Klingensmith. Mustangs still looking for the first base runner of the game. And Mara a little check swing there at the 0-2. They'll appeal down to first. And the ruling is Mara did not go.
I think the Mustangs need to get a little closer to the plate. Klingensmith, as we said, just likes to work the outside corner.
1-2 pitch, and Mara reaching at that one and sending it foul on the right side.
And that's it, reaching. You can see where he's trying to live here today. Mustangs take one step closer to the plate. Guess what? Everything's going to be right down the middle for him.
Now the 1-2 from Klingensmith to Mara, and this ball hit high in the air to right field. Andrew Morocco getting under it. He'll make the grab again. Retire Mara. That's now 4 recorded outs for Morocco out there in right. We have 1 away here in the top of the 4th, which is being brought to you by United Bank at your service.
Right.
Greg Hench coming to the plate.
10 straight batters retired by Klingensmith. Mustangs yet to have anybody reach base.
Mustangs haven't had much success as of late against Franklin Regional pitchers. We mentioned Palmer Jackson shutting down the Mustangs a season ago, the second time the two teams met. And here's Hench, hard ground ball on the left side. Louis Kegeris making the play and the throw over to first to Timmy Quinn to retire. Hench 5-3. That was pretty from Louis down at third.
It was extremely nice play by Kegeris. Was playing him pretty much straight away. Ball to his left. Dove for it. Nice play off the turf. Able to get right up and throw Hench out. Sophomore showed some skill there.
Now Dino Vecchiola coming to the plate. Vecchiola now batting .376 with a homer and 10 RBIs. Takes the first pitch here for ball 1. Vecchiola yesterday 0 for 2, but to draw 2 walks for the Mustangs. Now the 1-0 from Klingensmith in there for a strike to even things up at 1-1. And Klingensmith, as soon as he gets it back, Tony, he's ready to go.
See, I think you kind of need to get him out of his rhythm here.
1-1, and there for another strike now, 1-2.
I mean, obviously, you step out of the box, make him wait a little bit. I think he'll get a little frustrated, but the Mustang's just staying in the box, and he's just getting the ball back and flipping it.
Now the 1-2 on the way, and this ball from Dino hit high in the air to left. Zach Seaman getting under it. He'll make the grab For the third out of the innings, the Mustangs have been retired in order through 4. We're halfway home, heading to the bottom of the 4th, 1-0 Franklin Regional over Laurel Highlands in the Radcliffe Law Firm High School Sports Day. Thomas Nicely, Timmy Quinn, and Shane Shirelli do up for Franklin Regional here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. It's Franklin Regional 1, Laurel Highlands 0. Lone run of the game scored on a wild pitch, and Justin Brostensky finding the strike zone there on the first delivery to Thomas Nicely, who grounded into a fielder's choice first time up. Freshman came into the game batting .381 with 10 RBIs. Now the 0-1 to Nicely. He'll hit this high in the air in foul territory on the right side. Making a run at it is Tyler Becker, and Becker unable to catch up to the balls. It goes over the fence on the right side and out of play. Count now 0-2.
Yeah, that double play turned at the end of the last inning by Vecchiola and Brostensky. It was fantastic. Justin Brostensky had given up 2 hits. Kind of was a little bit on the ropes, but man's best friend, pitcher's best friend, I should say. Nice job by the defense.
0-2, Brostensky to Nicely, and Nicely a little chopper right back at Brostensky, who turns, throws, and gets Thomas Nicely for the first out of this bottom of the 4th inning. This bottom of the 4th brought to you by Jason Scott at South Union Township. Now Timmy Quinn coming to the plate. Quinn struck out swinging first time up.
And this turf a little bit different than what we saw on Monday, Brian, out at Latrobe. That turf at Latrobe, it seemed like everything bounced 10 feet off of it.
This one nubbed, but it was nubbed off of Timmy Quinn, who goes down. He'll need a moment to recover. Count at 0-1. We mentioned we had the California Trojans in the quarterfinal round against Eden Christian on Monday. California playing Quigley, and Quigley striking first in that game, leading California 1-0. That game still in the first inning. A little bit of a late start out there at Ross Memorial Park. On the campus of Washington and Jefferson, they had a game before the Cal Quigley game today. So they're running a little behind us. And we're planning on having California, whether they're in the PIAA play-in game or in the Single A championship game next week here on WMBS and on the Triple I High School Sports Network as well, along with Laurel Highlands. Both Cal and Laurel Highlands guaranteed another game after today.
It's all good stuff.
Now the 0-1 here to Timmy Quinn, and Quinn with a line drive into center field, and making the grab there, Alex Gesk, for the second out of the inning. We're expecting, as Tony mentioned earlier, both the WPIAL championship game in 5A and the 5A consolation to be played next Wednesday, and we're expecting the 1A championship and 1A play-in game to be played next Tuesday. Again, that's all subject to change.
Right. But as we said, if the PA announcer is correct, the winner of this game will play next Wednesday, and probably, you're right, probably the consolation game as well.
We mentioned the other semifinal round game in 5A between Shaler and Mars. And last check, Shaler in the lead over Mars. In that contest, 5-0. Last score we got, another one fouled off there by Shirelli. And Shaler's kind of a team that's flown below the radar throughout the course of this season. Here they are. A couple innings away from a possible WPIAL championship game.
Yeah, came in as a number 5 seed, and that's the thing. It's just like the NCAA basketball tournament, Brian. We've said this before, and when a team's playing and they're hot, start playing well. Now's the best time of the year to do it.
Count now 1-2 here to Shane Shirelli from Justin Brostensky. He's working with 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th. The Franklin Regional leading Laurel Highlands 1-0. 1-2 pitch on the way, and that one just misses low. Justin thought he had strike 3.
So did I.
Count now moves to 2-2.
I thought that pitch was on more of the white part of the corner, the right side of the plate, than the black, but he didn't get the call there.
Now the 2-2 on the way. Breaking ball in there for strike 3. Caught the outside corner that time. Second strikeout of the game for Brostensky, and a 1-2-3. Bottom half of the 4th inning. Still 1-0 Franklin Regional over Laurel Highlands, heading to the top half of the 5th here at the Radcliffe Law Firm High School Sports Day.
At the end of 4 innings, Franklin Regional 1, Laurel Highlands 0. No runs on.
The key to success in life is teamwork. On and off the field, in the workplace, in the home, in our schools. Teamwork gets it done. The world of competitive sports offers many good things, the most important of which is teamwork. Individual talent may win a few games, but teamwork wins championships. Go team! Go Laurel Highlands Mustangs! This positive message has been brought to you and paid for by Jason Scott.
Garrett Myers, Alex Geska, Justin Brostensky. 2 up for Laurel Highlands here in the top half of the 5th. Mustangs just looking for their first hit of the afternoon. This top half of the 5th inning being brought to you by Ford of Uniontown, Route 40 West, located across from Applebee's. So far, Michael Klingensmith has thrown only 40 pitches to him through 4 innings. Brostensky has thrown 63 for the Mustangs through 4. The first pitch here to Myers, and Garrett nubs it foul on the right side.
Well, that's what we said. That 1 inning, the 31-pitch inning for Justin. He's got that pitch count up. Outside of that, the other 3 innings he's done well. And actually, the last inning was the first 1, 2, 3 for Franklin Regional.
Myers full out to Tommy Kegeris in center field. First time up, and takes the 0-1 here for another strike, 0-2.
Yeah, I mean, just take a little bit step up. Garrett's just about.
Nice ball hit on the ground from Garrett. Knocked down there by Louis Kegeris. Tough play. Throw over to first. Gets past Timmy Quinn. And safe at first, Garrett Myers. Mustangs have their first base runner of the afternoon.
That was a pretty tough play there for Kegeris. He dove for it and then tried to get up and make the throw.
They said E5.
We'll go with the official score. E5 it is.
So the Mustangs still looking for their first hits. Air charge there to Louis Kegeris. Now Alex Gesk at the plate. You have to wonder, maybe a pinch runner situation here for Myers. And here we go.
Now you're gonna
Ryan Bricker coming in.
Yeah, Bricker coming in.
Adding a little more speed. Scored a run in a pinch running role for the Mustangs yesterday against Hampton.
Pinch running on first base.
But now you're thinking that Alex Guest going to try to drop it down. We saw him lay down a beautiful bunt at Seton Hill in their win against Kiski. And I would not be surprised at all. Kegeris already cheating in at third.
Had some clutch hits as well this year, but he's going to lay down the bunt. It's going to go right back to Klingensmith, who turns and gets Gesk over at first. So the sack bunt successful, goes 1-3. 1 out here in the inning, but the Mustangs with Bricker, the pinch runner, now in scoring position over at second. And Justin Brostensky at the plate.
And that was a good job by Alex Gesk. I was a little worried when it first came off the bat. I thought with this turf it might just really get to Klingensmith pretty quickly, but it didn't. It kind of died. So good job by Alex to advance the runner.
Now Klingensmith working from the stretch. Haven't seen that look much today. First pitch swinging there. Brostensky deep in the hole at short. Jake Williams throw over to first. This one gets by Timmy Quinn. Down to third goes Bricker as they try to retrieve the ball. And the Mustangs will have runners on first and third with 1 out. Here in the bottom half of the top half of the 5th inning.
I was kind of surprised, too, that Bricker didn't take off as soon as that throw was made, especially as deep in the hole that Jake Williams was. We'll wait for the official
spot here
score.
for the Mustangs.
Yeah, we'll wait for the official score.
E6.
E6.
You got an infield single.
Okay.
But the throwing error moved into
Okay, so it will be a hit.
so they did the deal.
Infield single E6, advancing the runner.
Right.
That's the first hit of the afternoon for the Mustangs. And this will be a courtesy runner for the pitcher Brostensky and Dylan Bana. And now an infield meeting here for Franklin Regional. Again, we're here in the top half of the 5th inning. Franklin Regional leading Laurel Highlands 1-0. But the Mustangs threatening. This is the first threat the Mustangs have had in this game. Laurel Highlands without a hit until Brostensky's infield single. 2 errors committed here by Franklin Regional in the top half of the 5th inning. Have the Mustangs with runners on first and third, and Nate Zimkoski, who drove in 4 runs yesterday against Hampton at the plate.
Well, we need at least one here. Fly ball, sacrifice fly ball would help, but we'd like to see him hit something in the gap. Score both pinch runners.
Third baseman number 9, Nate Zimkoski.
Zimkoski actually comes in leading Laurel Highlands with 19 RBIs so far this season. Lamine 20 and 21 right here, and plenty of speed on the base paths with Bricker at third and Bana at first. First pitch here to Zimkoski, catches the inside corner for a strike, 0-1.
Yeah, I think he was kind of waiting to see. I don't know if Bana was supposed to take off or not.
Now throw back to first. Back safe is Dylan Bana. Do you dare a double steal here in this situation?
I don't know if I'd double steal, but I'd run Bana just to stay out of the double play. If you throw it down, you're going to score a run.
0-1 on the way. That was a little high, maybe expecting Bana to possibly be running on the play. He was not. The count now even at 1-1.
Yeah, at least he did not run, because that would have been a good pitch for Harper to try to throw him out.
1-1 on the way. This
in
ball
there.
belted in the right center field gap. It drops down. The Mustangs tie the game. Running down to third is Dylan Bana. As Ryan Bricker scores on the play, we're knotted up at 1. RBI single for Nate Zimkoski, his 20th RBI of the season.
Great job by Zimkoski. Just, again, Klingensmith working the outside corner. Zimkoski just took that pitch the other way and drove it into the gap in right center. Able to drive in a run and put another runner in scoring position. Bana now down on third. For Tyler Becker, the sophomore, coming in trying to pick up his 10th RBI of the year.
Still only 1 out as we work here in the top half of the 5th. First pitch on the way. Misses there to Tyler Becker. Becker grounded out 3 unassisted. First time up in the 3rd inning. He's the 5th Mustang to bat here in the top half of the 5th. 1-0 now from Klingensmith to Becker, and Becker sends it foul. That was a screamer.
Well, I think what you're seeing right now, too, Brian, is I'm not saying that it's a big problem, but what's happening is Klingensmith has to slow down.
Correct.
He's got to come set now because runners are on base, so he's not able to keep that same rhythm that he had for the first 4 innings, get it and throw it back. And I think that's what you're seeing.
Now a 1-1 on the way, breaking ball just off the plate. Again, he came into this inning, only 40 pitches thrown through 4 innings so far in this game, and the Mustangs making him work here in the top half of the 5th.
Well, he was like old school. Like, he was coming in. I mean, if he'd have pitched the game and Brostensky was throwing the same, this game would have been about an hour.
2-1 pitch, again fouled off there by Tyler Becker. Klingensmith has struck out 2 so far in this game, sent down Hench in the first and Gesk in the second. Being for his 3rd strikeout of the game here with 2 strikes on Tyler Becker. Again, the Mustangs with runners on the corners and 1 out here in the top half of the 5th.
Now, even a sacrifice fly right here would be huge for Tyler. Outfield straight away.
Runner going, 2-2 on the way, and Becker sends a line drive into left field, and the catch made there by Zach Seaman. And running all the way back to first is Nate Zimkoski, who's running on the play. That ball not hit high or deep enough to give any opportunity there for the Mustangs to take the lead on a possible sac fly attempt.
Well, I'm not so sure if that was the problem in as much as Bana wasn't there to tag up. He actually started. He was about a quarter of the way down the line. He didn't tag up on the ball hit. I think he thought it was going to fall in, but at that point, you just got to stay on the base. If that falls in, you're going to walk in anyway.
Yeah, it would have been close for sure. Now Caleb Scott, who had some big hits yesterday at the plate, now the runner going, and they're going to have a rundown situation here between first and second. And now thinking about going down to home was Dylan Bana. Now the throw back to Bana, head first slide back into third. He's safe, and getting down to second on the play is Nate Zimkoski. So a lot going on there, but the result is the Mustangs now have runners on second and third with 2 outs.
Well, Shirilli and Quinn both extremely cognizant of the runner at third base, and Bana. Zimkoski trying to get hung up in order to create the rundown for Bana to try to get in, but Franklin Regional he sniffed it out, obviously, and didn't get anybody there.
Count now 1-0 to Caleb Scott. Little glance back at second for Klingensmith. 1-0 pitch here to Caleb. Fouled off here on the right side. Evens up the count at 1-1.
Hopefully Caleb can continue that hot streak right here. 3 for 3 yesterday, as you mentioned.
A single could play 2 here for the Mustangs.
It definitely should. Zimkowski's running on contact.
1-1 on the way, and Caleb needs to swing there. Pitch right in there for a strike, 1-2.
Yeah, you've got Bonner at third, Zimkowski at second.
Now 1-2, Klingensmith to Scott. Pitch on the way, low and outside. Nice little block there from Bryce Harper, the catcher.
It was a nice block. Saved a run.
Caleb choking up on that bat a little bit.
You got to protect. You got to watch for the outside pitch here. Caleb, you know it's coming.
And the count even at 2-2, first base open. Scott, the 6th Mustang to bat here in the top half of the 5th, which has already produced a run for the Mustangs. 2-2 on the way, and Scott sends it foul here on the right side.
Yeah, pretty quick swing, just a little bit behind that. Shot it to right field. Trying to keep this inning alive. Bring Santino Mara up. He's on deck.
Now a little meeting here between Klingensmith, Harper, and Louis Kegeris over at third. And the count 2-2. 2 outs as we work here in the top half of the 5th inning. End of the second now. Quigley leading California 1-0. Single A semifinal round action. Shaler's tacked another run on, leading Mars 6-0 after 3.
Wow. Yeah, and that's the pitch count coming into play in the WPIAL playoffs.
2-2 now. Klingensmith to Caleb Scott. That pitch misses low and outside. Now we're 4-3-2 with the top of the order, and Santino Mara due up next.
Mara licking his chops in the on-deck circle.
Hoping to maybe have an opportunity here with the bases loaded. Payoff pitch on the way to Caleb Scott. And Caleb gulps this in the left center field gap. It's going to drop for a hit. It's going to score 2 runs for the Mustangs. Bonner scored, and crossing the plate to score another run is Nate Zimkowski. Now they have Scott in a rundown. They'll tag him out, but the Mustangs, no, they haven't tagged him yet. Scott's still here, stuck between first and second. They're going to run it back to the first base bag, and he's safe. Wow! Caleb somehow got back to the bag safely after driving in 2 runs. It's now 3-1 Laurel Highlands here in the top half of the 5th.
And I don't know how they didn't call him out of the baseline, but
Bob Sadler is furious. The Franklin Regional skipper out on the field talking to the base umpire. Scott's down on the play here for Laurel Highlands.
I think he's just winded.
What a sequence there. 2 RBI single for Caleb Scott to left center field. And boy, Caleb's been hot. 3 for 3 yesterday. Drives in a pair of runs here for the Mustangs in the top half of the 5th. And they'll get a courtesy runner out here for Scott, and he gets a round of applause for the Mustang faithful who have made their way up Route 51 today. And Scott DeBerry saying, great job, kid. Mustangs all fired up right now with a 3-1 lead.
He got knocked back down, but I'm going to tell you, I think it was just fatigue. He ran a long way within that 90-foot base path. Great job by Caleb, and a great job, too, at bat. Just stood there, took the great pitch, drove it into the left center field gap, and with the 2 outs, the runners had no problem scoring at all.
And Laurel Highlands has never, Tony, in their whole school history, played in a WPIAL championship baseball game.
No.
Up 3-1 here in the top half of the 5th. Santino Mara takes ball 1 here from Michael Klingensmith. Again, Mara, the 7th Mustang to bat here in the top half of the 5th inning. Laurel Highlands entered this inning without a hit so far in the game, and they've come through here with 3 runs scored here in the top half of the 5th. Another pitch on the inside, and I think you're right. Klingensmith, since they got him in the stretch, has not been the same on the mound for Franklin Regional.
It just changed his whole rhythm. I mean, you could see it as soon as the guy got on, and he had to come set instead of just getting the ball and just coming right back at the plate. It just changed everything in this game.
Now the 2-0 on the way, and this ball hit high in the air and foul on the right side. You have to wonder, might we see Palmer Jackson today?
Well, here's the thing. You got to win today. You know you're going to get innings back come next Wednesday, so it doesn't really make any difference. But you got to win today no matter what.
Now the 2-1 on the way. Mara sends it foul. And I was surprised. I don't know the health situation. When we talked to Bob Sadler before the start of the game, he said some of his kids were a little bit banged up, and you wonder, maybe is Jackson not at 100% right now? Because if you consider the fact he had success against the Mustangs a season ago, almost no-hit them. And this, a very similar, albeit younger, Mustang lineup. You would think from that standpoint, he might have been your number one option here today. And they do have someone loosening up down the right field line. We'll try to get a number on that Panther who's warming up down there. Now 2-2 here to Mara. Swing and a miss, strike three. But the Mustangs, a successful top half of the fifth. They get 3 runs. It's now Laurel Highlands 3, Franklin Regional 1 as we go to the bottom of the fifth here on the Ratcliffe Law Firm High School Sports Day. Michael Klingensmith, Jake Williams, and Tommy Kegeris do it for Franklin Regional here in the bottom half of the fifth, and suddenly the Panthers have to play from behind. Laurel Highlands plating 3 runs in the top half of the fifth inning, sending 7 men to the plate, leading Franklin Regional by a score of 3-1.
Leading off the bottom half of the fifth inning for the
In that last half inning, Tony, 28 pitches were thrown there from Klingensmith.
Yeah, big difference. He was mowing the Mustangs down pretty quickly. Really efficient pitch count going through 4 innings.
Klingensmith leads off this bottom half of the fifth and fouls off the first pitch here from Justin Brostensky. This bottom half of the fifth being brought to you by First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County.
Yeah, and that's what we were saying, Brian. I mean, if you step out, just try to change his rhythm a little bit. It kind of threw him off.
0-1 on the way. Swing and a miss. Big cut there from Klingensmith. Came up empty. Klingensmith infield single first time up in the first inning. Walked in the second inning. Now behind 0-2 here against Justin Brostensky.
One thing I noticed too, Brian, a lot of these Franklin Regional pitchers, they're almost on the plate.
0-2 line drive into center field. Diving attempt, but unable to come up with it there is Alex Gesk. On his way to second. The ball actually deflects over to Tyler Becker. It's Becker with a relay throw in. And Klingensmith safe at second.
Now that was a nice try by Alex Gesk. He had to slide to try to catch it. The ball was kind of slicing away from him. Tried to make the sliding catch and just couldn't corral it, but good job. And unfortunately, the ball just bounded off his leg over to the right field side, and Becker had to try to make a throw, but Klingensmith with his speed got to second base easily.
I think you have to score that a double there for Klingensmith.
I did.
On a well-hit ball. Now Jake Williams at the plate. Panthers threatening, nobody out here in the bottom half of the fifth. Runner in scoring position, down 3-1. First pitch into Williams for a strike. Williams 0 for 2 today. A couple of 5-3 ground outs in both the first and second inning.
I'm going to take one of those right here, too.
0-1 now. Brostensky to Williams. It's on the way, and this ball chopped right back to Zimkowski. Looks the runner back at second. Throw over to first in time to Vecchiola to once again retire. Williams 5-3. 1 out here in the inning.
Yeah, he and Nate Zimkowski becoming good friends. 3rd time in a row.
Center fielder number 25, Tommy Kegeris.
Now Tommy Kegeris coming to the plate. He's 0 for 2 today. A couple of ground outs, including one to Zimkowski last time out. Nate's been busy at third base today.
He has been. What do we have him for? 4 putouts, 5 putouts?
Had the 1 error as well.
Well, I should say assists. I'm sorry.
Back in the second inning. First pitch here. Another big cut from Kegeris. Swing and a miss, 0-1. And Kegeris headed to Mesa Junior College next year. Senior came in with a .585 average. 2 homers and 16 RBIs. Senior center fielder for Franklin Regional. Now the 0-1 on the way, and this ball hit high in the air and foul. On the right side, now 0-2. Brostensky has recorded just 2 strikeouts in the game. Sent Quinn down in the second and Shirelli down in the fourth.
I'd like to see Justin throw a breaking pitch that breaks on the inside corner to Kegeris right here, down and in.
Now Brostensky steps off.
I mean, he, like I said, a lot of these guys are right on top of the plate. They're only maybe a foot from the inside line of the batter's box. If you can throw them inside, I think they're going to have a tough time getting around on the pitch, or they're going to get jammed a lot. You're not going to see a whole lot of hard-hit balls.
A little meeting here between Caleb Scott and Justin Brostensky as they discuss strategy. Again, at last check, Quigley a 1-0 lead over California in the third inning. We mentioned the other 5A semifinal round game. Shaler 6-0 lead over Mars. They're in the fourth inning.
Well, the Trojans able to come back the other day. We kind of thought they were cooked on Monday, Brian, and they were able to score 6 unanswered, pull out a big victory against Eden Christian.
Quigley, the number 4 seed in 1A, defeated Greensburg Central Catholic in the quarterfinal round on Monday. That Quigley-Cal game being played down in Washington at Ross Memorial Field. We're set to go here again, 0-2. Brostensky to Tommy Kegaris with Klingensmith on second. 0-2 on the way, and this ball again chopped to Zimkoski. Once again, he looks the runner back, throw over to first in time. So another 5-3 putout. Wow.
They will take those all day. Nate's doing a nice job.
Especially less than 100%.
Third baseman number 18.
Well, you can see he's kind of changed his rhythm and everything, just trying to get rid of the ball as quick as he can. You can tell he's hurting a little bit, but guess what? The glove side is not. He's done a fantastic job defensively for the Mustangs.
Yeah, he's hanging in there. Now Louis Kegaris at the plate. Runner still on second. Now 2 outs here in the inning. First pitch high there from Brostensky. 1-0. If you're just joining us, Franklin Regional got things started, plating a run off of Brostensky wild pitch in the bottom half of the second, with the Mustangs putting 3 back up on the scoreboard in the top half of the fifth, including a 2 RBI single from Caleb Scott. 1-0 pitch here on the way low. Nice little block there from Scott, keeping Klingensmith on second, but the count moves to 2-0 here to Louis Kegaris, batting from the cleanup position. And Louis 1 for 2 today.
Home plate umpire giving Caleb Scott some love. Told him he did a nice job on the block there.
Count out 2-0. Brostensky's pitch on the way. Breaking ball high again. Now 3-0. You do a first base open. Bryce Harper due up next. But Harper's been on board in both of his plate appearances today.
You know, Kegaris base hit the last time up. I'm not so sure you want to put the tying run on, but I don't think it hurts at this point.
3-0 pitch in there for a strike. Now 3-1. Good pitch there from Brostensky, catching the inside corner. Justin entered this inning with 63 pitches thrown so far in the game. Again, in WPIAL playoff games, you're limited to 105, up 5 pitches for the regular season mark at 100. Now the 3-1 on the way. That one outside for ball 4. So a walk issued here from Brostensky to Louis Kegaris to put the game-tying run now on first base, with Bryce Harper coming to the plate. And the junior catcher came into the game with a .410 average, a homer and 12 RBIs. And now Scott DeBerry is going to come out here, and he's going to actually talk to the home plate umpire. I wonder what this is all about.
That's interesting. I don't know. Maybe the yelling and screaming in the Franklin Regional dugout. I'm not sure.
Wasn't too much to talk about during that last sequence. Now he's going to pay a visit here to the mound. Might that be it for Brostensky?
I don't know if I'd pull him yet. I mean, he's really not throwing that bad. I mean, obviously that batter there, went 3-1 on him and walked him, but still.
I'd maybe give him one more.
I would give him one more as well, because as we said, Brian, I mean, he's getting a lot of ground ball outs. I mean, there's no doubt. What do we have? 3, 5, 6. He's got 10 ground ball outs already today. I mean, that's impressive. He's keeping the ball down. They really haven't hit him extremely hard. Now, if I was Nate Zimkoski, I'd be ready today, right now, because everything seems to be going to third base.
You can get the force out now at third. It's just a mound visit. And Bryce Harper now at the plate with 2 on, 2 outs. Bottom half of the fifth, Franklin Regional down 2 to Laurel Highlands. Mustangs 3, Panthers 1. The lefty Brostensky looks in.
And the middle infielders trying to keep Klingensmith close, but.
And this ball grounded, you're right to Zimkoski. He'll make the play, 5 unassisted for the 3rd out of the inning. So the Panthers strand 2 ahead of the top half of the 6th. Laurel Highlands leading Franklin Regional 3-1 here on the Ratcliffe Law Firm High School Sports Day. Back here at West Mifflin High School, moving right along, heading to the top half of the 6th inning. Laurel Highlands leading Franklin Regional by a score of 3-1 in this WPIAL 5A semifinal round playoff game. The Mustangs with Craig Hench, Dino Vecchiola, and Garrett Myers due up here in the top half of the 6th, which is brought to you by State Farm agent Lauren Yeoman. And Tony, looking at pitch counts right now in the game, Michael Brostensky, check that, Justin Brostensky on the mound for Laurel Highlands has thrown 77 pitches, including 14 in that bottom half of the 5th inning. On the other side, Michael Klingensmith for Franklin Regional has thrown 68, including 28 in that top half of the 5th.
You're right, and Justin's really settled down after that 2nd inning where he threw 31 pitches. He's really settled down and done a nice job for the Mustangs.
First pitch here to Hench, breaking ball, catches the inside corner for a strike, 0-1. So Franklin Regional sticking with Klingensmith, who's back in the wide and fire mode, and a little nubber there just going foul from Hench. Count now moves to 0-2. I think important, like the Mustangs did to start the top half of the 5th inning when Garrett Myers got on via an air, get Klingensmith out of his rhythm a little bit.
I agree. He likes to work fast and even just step out, take a look at your coach, just kind of disrupt his rhythm a little bit. I mean, he's pitching a great game.
Now the 0-2, Klingensmith to Hench. Catches the outside corner for strike 3. So Hench gets punched out. He struck out swinging back in the 1st inning. So Greg, a rare 0-for-3 game today so far for the Mustangs. And now Dino Vecchiola coming to the plate.
That was one of those Tom Glavine pitches. That pitch was 6 inches outside. But
given the benefit of the doubt, there was Klingensmith. That's his 4th strikeout of the game. First pitch here to Vecchiola. Vecchiola, deep shot to right field. Look out as Morocco backs up and he makes the grab in front of the right field wall.
That was a fantastic play by Morocco. And the reason I'm saying that is he got turned the wrong way. He actually started breaking to the right side and had to turn around and fade over to his left to get that ball. And he did a fantastic job getting to it. So nice job by Morocco out in right field.
Now Garrett Myers coming to the plate. First pitch to Garrett. Misses for ball 1. Garrett, of course, we mentioned, got on via an error last time up. His courtesy runner, Ryan Bricker, scored the Mustangs' first run of the afternoon. And Myers, a big cut there. Might have foul tipped it. Nonetheless, the result the same. Count at 1-1. Myers also flew out to center field, and Tommy Keggers, first time up in the 2nd inning. Big breaking ball there, missing from Klingensmith. Don't have to worry about too much fill in between pitches with Klingensmith on the mound.
No, good thing you don't have to play sponsor stuff in between. You'd never get him in.
2-1 now. Klingensmith to Garrett Myers. And just as I say that, Klingensmith takes a little stroll off the mound. Now he's back on it, ready to go again. Fires the 2-1. That Myers sends foul here on the right side.
You're lucky to get the pitch count in, let alone a sponsorship. But yeah, he's thrown well. He's done an extremely good job for Franklin Regional.
And Franklin Regional, 6-5 win over South Fayette yesterday. 2-2 here to Garrett Myers. A little hesitation there on that delivery from Klingensmith, which Myers sends foul.
That was
kind of like paused in the rotation.
Yeah, that was kind of interesting. I know you're not an MLB fan as much. I was watching a game the other night with the Nationals against the Cubs, and Sean Doolittle did that.
I was going to compare it to Charles Barkley's golf swing. Nonetheless, he strikes out Garrett Myers here to end the inning. So 1-2-3, top half of the 6th. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th. Still 3-1 Laurel Highlands over Franklin Regional here on the Ratcliffe Law Firm High School Sports Day.
Middle of the 6th inning. Laurel Highlands 3, Franklin Regional 1.
Back here at West Mifflin High School, moving to the bottom of the 6th inning. Andrew Morocco, Thomas Nicely, and Timmy Quinn due up for the Franklin Regional Panthers. It's Laurel Highlands 3, Franklin Regional 1. Of course, the winner here, Tony, not only would they clinch a spot in the WPIAL championship game, they'd also lock up a bid in the PIAA state playoffs as well.
Right.
And the Mustangs, I believe, only once in school history, and that was in 1983. Did they qualify for the state playoffs, and they lost in the semis to Beaver in '83. They won the play-in game. They lost in the first round of the state playoffs.
Right. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure who it was to. But But that was a good team. There's no doubt about that.
Got a lot of info yesterday on that 1983 Laurel Highlands baseball team that advanced to the WPIAL semis. Teddy Silva, Jeff Erminio, Buddy Phillips, Doug Guthrie, Chris Patterson, Greg Drew, Chris Kolar, Jeff Mullen, and others. Mustangs looking for their first ever championship game appearance, and a big swing and a miss there from Andrew Morocco. Morocco grounded into that 3-6-3 double play to end the third inning last time up.
And another key cog on that 83 team was Mark Flicker Carmella. Actually, one of the crafty left-handed pitcher who's since passed away, but he did a fantastic job for the Mustangs on the mound. And actually, his son's out in New Jersey, and he signed with Monmouth College.
Nice. Now 0-2, and the 0-2 pitch high. Now 1-2 here to Morocco. First time up, Morocco was hit by a pitch and scored Franklin Regional's lone run off of a wild pitch from Brostensky.
His son Dante, a right-handed pitcher, signed with Monmouth College his senior year, so he's going to kick it off in August.
1-2 fouled off there again by Morocco. This half inning being brought to you by General Dentist Dr. Edward Wietek. What a season it's been for the Laurel Highlands Mustangs. Looking to play at Wild Things Field for the second time this year. They played actually our first broadcast of the year, game against McGuffey earlier on this year. And here's a shallow fly ball hitting the left. Greg Hench is there at the line and makes the grab for the first out of the inning.
That's a big out because Morocco's been hot. Although he grounded into that 3-6-3 double play last time up, as we said, home run yesterday, and he's been hitting well all year long for the Franklin Regional Panthers.
Now you'd like to take care of these guys at the bottom of the order. Thomas Nicely, the freshman DH, 0 for 2 today. He did come into the game with a .381 average and 10 RBIs. Batting here from the right side against the lefty, Justin Brostensky. First pitch from Justin. A little low for ball one. And no matter what happens here in the late innings, give Justin a lot of credit. Thrown into a tough situation here with the Mustangs' top two pitchers unable to throw today due to their inning work yesterday. Yielded just one run so far. Now the 1-0 on the way. Just misses outside. Again, Justin entered this inning with 77 pitches thrown so far in this game for Laurel Highlands. Again, the max today, 105 for WPIAL playoff games.
Yeah, and I'm sure he didn't get much sleep yesterday either, knowing that he's probably going to be the starting pitcher today.
Now the 2-0 on the way, and that one, did it hit him? No. Came close, though.
I don't know how Nicely get out of the way of that.
Now 3-0 here to Thomas Nicely. Needs strikes right now after Justin Brostensky.
Yeah, I mean, look, he's right on top of the plate. He's got half his feet on the inside line of the batter's box.
3-0 on the way. That's their first strike now, 3-1. You're right about crowd on the plate there.
Yeah. I mean, if you can, personally, like I said, I mean, I'm not the greatest baseball expert, but the way most of their players are standing right on the line, if not that close to the plate. You got to work on the inside corner for everybody here.
3-1 just outside for ball 4.
Justin's a little bent out of shape there. I think it was a strike as well.
Just needs to relax.
Yeah, no kidding. Home plate umpire not taking too well to him strutting around the mound a little mad.
Now you have the game tying run coming to the plate here, and Timmy Quinn, first baseman, also 0 for 2 today. We're going to get a pinch runner here for Franklin Regional. That's 17 coming out there. That's Zach Seaman. And Seaman was actually DH'd 4.
Pinch runner at first base is number 17, Zach Seaman.
So Seaman running
17.
here for Nicely.
And I have that as the third base on balls today for Justin to go along with a hit batter. But hopefully pitcher's best friend double play can sneak in here again.
Already had one of those today. A lot of ground ball outs in this game.
Well,
1-0 here to Timmy Quinn.
That's what you want. As we said, off of this turf, true hops. Easier for the defenders to make plays. And hopefully we can get one right here.
1-0 on the way. Pitch misses low, now 2-0. Got to throw some strikes, especially these guys here 7, 8, 9 in the batting order.
I would agree. Just needs to settle down. Maybe take a walk behind the mound a little bit. Look back in the field, see if you can see any deer, and then come back and get ready to pitch.
We saw one up there earlier.
I'm sure.
2-0 now on the way, and therefore a strike. Now 2-1. Timmy Quinn from Justin Brostensky.
Justin. Not a very big lead at first.
2-1 pitch on the way. Low again. Nice block there from Caleb Scott.
It looked like he aimed that one a little bit. I don't know. No activity in the bullpen, but obviously we said Becker's probably the man to go to after this. He's out in right field.
3-1 pitch on the way. Fastball catches the inside corner for a strike.
Yeah.
Shaler now up 7-0 over Mars in the other 5A semifinal round game. That's after 5 innings. 3-2 big pitch here. Justin Brostensky to Timmy Quinn.
Try to hit the same spot, Justin.
And 3-2 on the way. Fastball. This ball chopped again to Zimkoski. Throw over to second to Mara for 1. Throw back to first. It's close, but not in time. But they do get the lead runner. Lead runner retired. So he goes as a fielder's choice. 5-4. And Quinn retired. So now 2 outs here in the inning with Shane Shirelli coming to the plate.
And the Mustangs seem to think they got him, but I'm in agreement with the first base umpire. I thought he beat it easily on the throw. I'm not so sure what they saw out there, but I thought he was actually a step past the bag.
Another runner change over here at first. Caden Smith now in to run for Quinn. So this will be a pinch runner.
He's looking.
And they're checking on the pitch count. Brostensky now at 93.
I would think that the Mustangs would have a counter in the dugout.
Probably just want to verify as well. You might have a counter in the dugout, but probably doesn't hurt to verify with the official total up here in the press box as well.
Second baseman number 15, Shane Shirelli.
Especially in these playoff games, you'll end up losing by forfeit next week.
Yeah.
Now Shirelli at the plate. Takes ball 1 inside, 1-0.
That was a good-looking pitch.
So you're probably going to need some relief work in the 7th inning, no matter what happens here. Unless you get a mega quick end to the 6th. Now they'll throw over to first. And, of course, quick 3 outs in the 7th.
Yeah,
Those 5 pitches could certainly help, especially here in the playoffs.
Right. Yeah, it might make a difference here today.
Now the 1-0 on the way. Breaking ball misses outside. Shirelli batting from the number 9 position in the Franklin Regional batting order.
The Mustang faithful on edge down the left field line. Living and dying with every pitch.
Count 2-0, and this ball fouled back. We've been on edge, too, here, Tell. It's been some great baseball here over the last couple of weeks, especially here today.
I tell you, we saw. Well, I didn't do the game yesterday with you, but we did the Kiski game the other day, and we've seen some real good baseball.
2-1 now. Brostensky to Shirelli. Pitch on the way. I thought he went around.
I'd appeal it. No. Ooh, my.
First base umpire says no. I thought he went around there.
I did, too. So now he's going to go 3-1. Wow.
The runner on against Shirelli represents the game-tying run. You have the top of the order, and Klingensmith due up next, who's reached base safely in all 3 plate appearances. The big pitch here again from Brostensky. It's a fastball. This ball hit high in the air. Look out, deep to left field, but Greg Hench is getting under. It should be routine, and it is for the 3rd out of the inning. So Franklin Regional will be down to their final 3 outs in the bottom half of the 7th. First, we have to play the top half of the 7th. It comes your way next with Laurel Highlands leading Franklin Regional 3-1 here on the Ratcliffe Law Firm High School Sports Day.
At the end of 6, Laurel Highlands 3, Franklin Regional 1. No runs on.
Laurel Highlands looking for a few more insurance runs. We head to the top of the 7th. Mustangs up 3-1 over the Franklin Regional Panthers. They'll have Alex Guest, Justin Brostensky, and Nate Zimkoski due up. Taking a look at pitch counts, Justin Brostensky has thrown 98 so far for Laurel Highlands through 6. Klingensmith just 76 for Franklin Regional. And pitch number 77 misses here to Alex Guest, 1-0.
Yeah, and really only the rough 5th inning.
Now ground ball here from Gesk, and it's a fair ball down the 3rd base line. Could be extra bases. Gesk rounding first on his way to second. Relay coming in, and now Gesk back to the first base bag. So leadoff single here to left for Alex Gesk.
Yeah, smart move by Alex not to try to stretch that. That leadoff base runner is there. Can easily advance to second on a wild pitch. Or
only the 4th hit of the afternoon for Laurel Highlands.
Now, do you think that Coach bunts him here to try to get him over?
Why not? Try to get an insurance run. Brzezinski had an infield single last time up. He is going to show bunt. He'll lay it down on the first base line. And the sacrifice successful on the little flip there from Klingensmith to Quinn. Goes 1-3. And advancing down to second is Gesk.
That was a fantastic bunt, and I'll tell you why. Kegeris was already cheating in. Klingensmith, the way he fell off the mound, he charged in instantly. But the way he placed that, Brzezinski placed it between the pitcher's mound and first base, and Klingensmith had to go over and make the play. Nice job there by Justin Brzezinski.
Zimkoski, who drove in a run last time up and drove in 4 yesterday against Hampton, now at the plate. First pitch here to Nate, chopped here on the left side. It goes over to Louis Kegeris. He looks the runner back. Throw comes over to first. It's high, but they called Zimkoski out. I thought there was no way that Quinn got back on the bag.
Yikes.
And Scott DeBerry's right out in the field.
Yeah. I've never seen somebody win an argument yet. You can't go to replay. I wish you could on that one because I think you would.
Base umpires are getting together. I don't think it's going to change the call, though.
No, I don't either. Scotty's got to be careful. He's not going to get this call. Don't get tossed either. Wow. The problem was, too, that the first base umpire drifted because you had a runner on first base.
Correct.
He's trying to watch both second and first base.
And you also had Quinn that was off the bag. He went sky high in the air on the high throw there from Kegeris. I don't think there's any way he got back on the bag and down before Zimkoski had crossed. And now the home plate umpire coming out. Maybe he saw something different.
I don't know.
We're going to see.
They're not going to reverse it. No, there's no way. If you did, that would be impossible. That'd be the first time I'd ever seen that.
Mustang fans furious. Laurel Highlands has to settle down. They still have a 2-run lead in the game.
Well, they got a runner in scoring position right now.
You get 2 outs here in the top of the 7th.
Yeah, I mean you got Gesk in scoring position. You got Tyler Becker. Got a chance to increase the lead here.
Becker at the plate takes ball 1 here from Michael Klingensmith. And again, you go back to that 5th inning. Klingensmith struggled with runners on base.
Well, that call really got the LH faithful into the game now.
1-0 on the way. Breaking ball in there for a strike, 1-1. Rather have that call against me, though, up 2 runs than down 2 runs for sure.
That might have created a little more havoc than it is right now.
1-1 on the way. Breaking ball outside, now 2-1.
Yeah, that might be a different yelling and screaming from the Mustang fans then.
And for you California fans, they've played it 3 runs in the 4th inning. They lead Quigley 3-1 after 4.
Wow.
Now the 2-1 here to Becker, ground ball. That one gets through into center field. This could score another run. Rounding third on his way to home plate is Alex Gesk. Relay comes in, not in time. Mustangs up 3, throw back down to second. Head first, slide in safely there, Tyler Becker.
Huge hit. Fantastic job. Nice job by Becker. Just drilled that pitch right back up the middle. Kegeris trying to show off his arm there in center field. He got a cannon out there, but the throw was high, but Gesk was running all the way on contact, able to beat that throw easily. And with the throw, Becker's able to get to second base and get another runner in scoring position now for the red-hot Caleb Scott, who singled in 2 runs in the 5th.
Just remember that insurance run, Tony, when you go to the bottom of the 7th inning.
Well,
you never know. First one here to Caleb Scott, inside for ball 1. Caleb, of course, 2 RBI single to left center field last time up. He was 3 for 3 yesterday.
I'm not going to do it. I can't.
1-0 here to Scott. Off the plate now, 2-0.
I was going to say, don't forget, you got an insurance run there, and if that call was incorrect, and we'll be able to see it on Jerry's replay, you might have had a chance to score 2 runs
correct,
here,
correct.
But,
You'd still be happy where you're at this juncture of the game. The calls sometimes go for you, sometimes go against you. We've seen calls for the Mustangs in this WPIAL postseason as well.
I want it all.
Miss there from Scott.
I want it all. Come on, man. You
tell you're a buffet kind of guy.
You can look at me and tell I'm that kind of guy.
2-1 now to Caleb Scott from Michael Klingensmith. Pitch on the way, and Caleb off the inside of the bat. Slow roller here to Shirelli at first. Or at second, excuse me. Throw over to first to Timmy Quinn in time. Scott retired 4-3 to end the inning, but the Mustangs get another run. Franklin Regional down their final 3 outs. We go to the bottom of the 7th here on the Ratcliffe Law Firm High School Sports Day on WMBS, the Triple I High School Sports Network, and the South Union Township Sports Network.
Panthers, one run on 2 hits, 1 man left on base.
The key to success in life is teamwork. On and off the field, in the workplace, in the home, in our schools. Teamwork gets it done. The world of competitive sports offers many good things, the most important of which is teamwork. Individual talent may win a few games, but teamwork wins championships. Go team! Go Laurel Highlands Mustangs! This positive message has been brought to you and paid for by Jason Scott.
Here we go. Buckle up time. Top of the order for Franklin Regional here in the bottom half of the 7th. Michael Klingensmith, Jake Williams, and Tommy Kegeris. Laurel Highlands with a 3-run cushion up 4-1, looking to advance their first ever WPIAL championship game. First pitch here, Brostensky to Klingensmith in for a strike, and that was pitch number 99 of the game for Justin Brostensky.
Well, and you've got to think that Franklin Regional knows where the pitch count is. They're going to try to take a few pitches.
0-1. This ball fouled off. Now 0-2.
Yeah, so much
Can't take one here at 0-2.
No, you can't.
Yeah, Klingensmith's been on base in every plate appearance. Infield single back in the first inning, walked in the second inning, doubled to right center field in the 5th inning. Came into this game with a .469 average, heading to Worcester next year. 0-2 pitch here from Brostensky. Ground ball again to Zimkoski at third. Throw over to first, a little high and wide, but the tag made there by Vecchiola to get the out wasn't routine, but the end result the same. Goes 5-3 in the books for the first out of this bottom half of the 7th inning.
Another nice play by Nate Zimkoski. Great job by the junior out there. He's having a fantastic game.
At less than 100%. And Jake Williams has grounded out 5-3 in all 3 plate appearances so far in this game. At the plate right now. Takes the first pitch low and outside from Justin Brostensky. Now Brostensky at 103 unofficially. 102, excuse me. 102 unofficially. This will be 103 right here. 1-0 on the way. And there for a strike. Now 1-1.
And
This will be 104. If he hits it, Brostensky can stay in to face Tommy Kegeris. 1-1 on the way. It's a breaking ball on the outside, so Laurel Highlands is going to have to make a pitching change here after this plate appearance from Jake Williams. Tough spot to be in when Brostensky's pitched so well in this game. 2-1 on the way, and this ball golfed into center field. Look out, backing up is Alex Gesk. It'll make the grab for the second out of the inning, and now Laurel Highlands will be forced to make a pitching change here with 2 outs.
wow.
We'll step aside for a quick timeout. 4-1, Mustangs over the Franklin Regional Panthers. 1 out away. We're back with a new Mustangs pitcher in a moment here on WMBS, the South Union Township Sports Network, and the Triple I High School Sports Network, as the Mustangs give a round of applause and some shakes and claps all around here to Justin Brostensky. Back in a moment.
Well deserved.
here at West Mifflin High School, and the new pitcher for Laurel Highlands. We were a bit surprised, Tony. We thought it might be Tyler Becker. It's going to be Dylan Bonner.
Yeah, Bonner, the senior, going to come in and try to close this out.
This is only his third appearance of the season, and it comes here in a WPIAL 5A semifinal round playoff game. Has a 1-0 record, 3.00 ERA. Bonner has worked 7 innings, given up 5 hits, 5 runs, 3 of them earned, walked 5, and struck out 4. Of course, he's a righty, certainly a different look than what the Mustangs had on the mound earlier with Justin Brostensky.
Well, but
And the Mustangs 1 out away, and it will be Tommy Kegaris coming to the plate. And Kegaris, we mentioned, Tony, came into this game with a .585 average, but he's 0 for 3 today.
I just got to keep the ball in on his hands here. If Bonner learned anything in the dugout, he probably saw that. But and maybe that's what Coach DeBerry's thinking. Okay, he's going to come in and pitch inside, but definitely keep him in on his hands.
Goes Bonner to Kegaris. The Mustangs an out away from advancing to their first ever WPIAL championship game. And also locking up only their second berth ever in the state playoffs in school history. Leading 4-1. And Bonner will wind and fire the first pitch here to Kegaris. The breaking ball misses high and inside. Of course, the base is empty here for Franklin Regional.
Well, that's okay. I mean, obviously with 3-run lead, you got a little cushion here, but you surely don't want to start a rally or anything.
1-0 now. Bonner to Kegaris. Misses outside. Now 2-0.
Well, Bonner gave the Mustangs some good innings last year. He just didn't get a lot this year. Coach DeBerry pretty much had the same core throughout the year.
Now 2-0. That one fouled off by Kegaris. I'll settle Bonner down a little bit. Kind of moves to 2-1.
And it always does.
The game now being played under cloudy skies here at West Mifflin High School.
It won't be cloudy if the Mustangs can pull this victory out, that's for sure.
2-1 now. Bonner to Tommy Kegaris. Outside, 3-1. Don't want to put a runner on here. Give Franklin Regional any kind of momentum. You have Tommy's younger brother Louie due up next from the cleanup spot.
Yeah, Louie's swinging a hot bat right now, too.
Now 3-1. Bonner to Tommy Kegaris. Pitch on the way. Fastball low and outside for ball 4. How many times, especially since this pitch count rule was instituted a couple of years ago, have we seen these mandated pitching changes turn the tide in games? Laurel Highlands hoping it does not happen here against Franklin Regional.
Right.
You're the game tying run down the on-deck circle. Louis Kegaris at the plate. Kegaris 1 for 2 today, also was walked. Laurel Highlands up 4-1 and out away. First pitch, and this ball is popped up. This could be it. It'll be Mara coming in, and he will make the grab, and Laurel Highlands advances to a WPIAL title game for the first time in school history. 4-1 your final score. Laurel Highlands over Franklin Regional. The win, and a well-deserved win, goes to Justin Brostensky. Dylan Bonner picks up the save for the Mustangs in relief. And Tony, you go back and look how the Mustangs struggled late in the regular season. This has been a different team here in the WPIAL playoffs.
Every bit of, Ron. And as we were saying during the break, they just got hot at the right time. Played some great baseball towards the end of the year. We were kind of worried about them. They went on that 4-game losing streak and just couldn't seem to score any runs. All of a sudden, the offense came alive whenever it needed to, and a couple great wins, and extremely happy for the Mustangs. They did a fantastic job, and they're just playing good baseball.
Shaler, an 8-1 lead over Mars. That game after 6 innings. Looks like possibly Shaler and Laurel Highlands in the WPIAL 5A championship game. But Laurel Highlands, a 4-1 win here over Franklin Regional. We're back to tell you all about it right after this on WMBS, the South Union Township Sports Network and the Trib Live High School Sports Network. Back here at West Mifflin High School at a game we saw here today, Tony Hanola, as the Laurel Highlands Mustangs pick up a 4-1 win over Franklin Regional and advance to their first ever WPIAL title game in school history.
Exactly, Brian. And we said we kind of thought that they were struggling towards the end of the year, but boy, they picked it up and they're playing some fantastic baseball. And congratulations to Coach DeBerry and the Mustangs making their first appearance. And as you said, it probably looks like they're going to end up playing Shaler, and it looks like it's going to be on Wednesday. We'll find out exactly what goes on. But fantastic job by Justin Brstensky to come back there, get through that second inning, and settle down and just kind of pitch a great game. I mean, he held Franklin Regional only 4 hits and 1 run. Fantastic job. Had to get pulled at the end, but Bona walked the batter, but still able to get out of the inning and get the save and enjoy a win. Looks like people are giving Scotty a hard time.
He has a cutout, I think, of his high school senior picture, and now they're going to dump the Gatorade on him.
It's well-deserved. He loves every minute of that. There's no doubt about it.
And Laurel Highlands, the celebration on, and we're expecting the Mustangs again to play next Wednesday. Of course, we'll have the game for you here on WMBS, on the Triple I High School Sports Network, and on the South Union Township Sports Network down at Wild Things Field in Washington. Again, next Wednesday, time to be announced. Why don't you take a look at the final summary here today, Tony?
All right. For the victorious Laurel Highlands Mustangs, 4 runs on 5 hits. They made 1 error, left 2 men on base. Winning pitcher was Justin Brstensky. Justin pitched 6 2/3 innings. Gave up 1 run, not an earned run either, on 4 hits. Struck out 2, 3 bases on balls, and 1 hit batter for his 105 total pitch count. The save picked up by Dylan Bona, recording the last out in the 7th inning. For Franklin Regional, 1 run for them, 1 run on 4 hits, 2 errors, but they left 9 men on base here today, and that was huge, leaving everybody on base. Michael Klingensmith pitched a fantastic game. He was a loser. He threw 88 pitches overall, pitched the complete game, 7 innings, gave up 4 runs, 3 of them earned on 5 hits. He struck out 5 batters, no bases on balls. The big hitting stars for the Mustangs. The key hit was Caleb Scott's 2-run single in that 5th inning. Nate Simkowski also had an RBI single, and Tyler Becker drove in the 4th run for the Mustangs on a sacrifice fly. So the Mustangs victorious and getting ready to go into uncharted waters here, and pretty big week for Coach DeBerry. Daughter gets married in Vegas over the weekend. Correct. And he comes and wins the gets to the WPIAL
baseball playoff games on back-to-back days. He actually took a red-eye flight. His daughter got married this past weekend in Las Vegas. Took a red-eye flight. Today's Wednesday, so it's been a Monday night and a Tuesday. Arrived back in Pittsburgh at 6 a.m. on Tuesday. Said he got about a half an hour sleep before the game. Slept a lot better last night. Of course, the Mustangs picked up the win at the Burkett Complex yesterday and then come back with a win today. You talk about a week to remember in your life.
Yeah, it'd be definitely huge. And congratulations to Shaylee on getting married.
Yeah, it's just a wild week for the DeBerry family. And now Scott taking the Mustangs to their first ever WPIAL title game. Again, we're expecting it to be next Wednesday down at Wild Things Field. We'll pass along the time when we know it. And at last check, looks like it's going to be against Shaler, and it's a final. Shaler 8-2 over Mars. So it'll be Laurel Highlands and Shaler for the WPIAL 5A title. And we expect that to be next Wednesday. So we'll take one final timeout. Be back to wrap things up here from West Mifflin High School, where the Laurel Highlands Mustangs have defeated the Franklin Regional Panthers by a score of 4-1. Back in just a moment. We're back here at West Mifflin High School, and what an exciting game. We had an opportunity to bring the folks here on the South Union Township Sports Network today, Tony. A 4-1 win for the Laurel Highlands Mustangs over the Franklin Regional Panthers, and we'll get set for a WPIAL 5A title game, Laurel Highlands and Shaler, next week.
Yeah, and fantastic win for the Mustangs. And as we said, just playing fantastic baseball. And I'm sure that Jerry's going to get a lot of requests for this game on tape from a lot of players and a lot of coaches for the Mustangs.
Certainly some lifetime memories. And today's game was brought to you as a joint cooperative venture featuring Township Supervisors Bob Schiffbauer, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott, Atlantic Broadband, Armstrong Cable, and our friends at CUTV, including Gary Smith. It's been a pleasure bringing you this game. I'm Brian Borozak with Tony Hanola and Jerry Dupay. Laurel Highlands a 4-1 win over Franklin Regional. This has been a South Union Township Sports Network presentation.